Welcome back to my channel Avanti Morocha. This video is sponsored by Cricut. Today I'm going to show you how to make face masks. You can make this project using Cricut Maker, Cricut Explorer 2 or cutting the pieces by hand. If you have Cricut Maker, you can cut the fabric with it. If you have Cricut Explorer 2, you can cut it on cardstock to trace the patterns on the fabric. If you don't have a Cricut, you can download the PDF file from the Cricut blog. Now let's begin. As you can see, I'm in Cricut Design Space. To find the Face Mask project, click on Cricut Access View All. The Face Mask project is available in different sizes. This is a free project. I'm going to use the small medium adult. It is important to mention this face mask is not rated for disease control and is not considered PPE. The CDC has provided the following information regarding homemade face masks. The role of face masks is for patient source control to reduce contamination of the surrounding area when a person coughs or sneezes. For more information, visit the CDC website. Here is the list of materials you need. You also need to know how to use a sewing machine. And here you have the step-by-step instructions. Click on Make It. If you are using the Cricut fabric pen for the seam allowance, leave this button active. If not, turn it off. To avoid wasting fabric, I'm going to rearrange the patterns. Continue. I'm going to cut these pieces in cotton. Load the fabric pen and the rotary blade. For this project, I'm using these pieces of cotton fabric that I already had at home. You could also use pillowcases, t-shirts, pajamas, etc. I recommend using cotton if possible. Before you start, wash the fabric. To draw the seam allowance, you need to use the washable fabric pen, but I don't have it on hand. For teaching purposes, I'm going to use this marker so you can see what I'm doing. Load the rotary blade. Remember, this blade is exclusive for Cricut Maker. To cut fabric, you need to place the fabric on the fabric mat with the right side down. If you have the Cricut applicator, use it to remove wrinkles and bubbles from the fabric. Before loading the mat, cut any pieces of thread that are sticking out. Load the mat and start the job. The first thing Cricut is going to do is to draw the seam allowance and then it's going to cut the pieces. I fast forward this part of the video. The process to draw and cut these pieces took about 4 minutes. Now I have all the pieces I need to make one face mask. Pattern 1 is going to make the front of the mask, so choose the fabric you like for these pieces. Pattern 2 is the liner. You won't see this fabric. Now I'm going to sew and press the pieces. I'm going to sew the curved portion. I'm going to do the same with the liner piece. I finished sewing these pieces together. Snip along the curve, carefully not to cut through the stitching. Do the same with the other piece. I'm going to use my Easy Press Mini to press the curved seam to one side. As you can see, I'm using my Easy Press mat to protect my surface. Now press this side twice to create the casing for the elastic. Now I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to press it as I did with the other piece. Press the straight edges down about 1/4 away from the edge on the liner. Do the same on this side. Now I'm going to sew these pieces. First, I'm going to top stitch along the curved seam. Here, stitch close to the inner edge, leaving enough room for the elastic. Same here, top stitch along the side of the curved seam. Here, stitch close to the outer edge. As you can see, I did the top stitching along the curve. I also stitched this side, leaving enough space to pass the elastic through the casing. I also top stitched the liner piece. And I sew this side close to the edge. Align the outer and liner pieces and stitch along the top and bottom. Back stitch to reinforce seam where necessary. Leave the sides open. Keep in mind the outer piece is longer than the liner piece, so don't try to align the pieces by the edge, do it from the center. Do not sew the area where the elastic is going to pass through. Turn through one of the side openings and press all seams. Top stitch along the top and bottom, reinforcing as necessary. Finally, thread the elastic through the casing on one side using a small safety pin. Continue threading through the other side of the mask until you meet back up with the other end of the elastic. If you are using a thicker elastic, you can connect the elastic with a zigzag stitch. The elastic I'm using is thin, so I'm going to tie it. Hide the knot inside the casing. That's it, the face mask is done. You can use any filter that you want inside the pocket. I hope you like this project, and if you make it, don't forget to share a picture on my Facebook page or tag me on Instagram. I love to see it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. If you are interested in a Cricut Maker or an Easy Press Mini, I'm going to leave you the links where you can buy them in the info box below the video. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, hit the subscription button, tap the notification bell so you get informed every time I release a new video. Don't forget to visit my blog, follow me on my social media, like this video and share it with your loved ones. See you soon! Ciao ciao!
Now give me the beat.